So things are really slowing down, particularly like with the cold weather sort of coming in. So it's sort of really steadied up now. So the locust movements have really slowed up, and yeah, also the growth of anything that does come out will be fairly slow as well. So yeah, really things will, we expect to ramp up during the spring for those eggs that were laid after mid-March to come out sort of in September. So yeah, really expecting things to ramp up then. Basically, it's still all the locust activity that we've seen has been in the eastern parts of the district. So this week we saw some hatchings come out in Mollian area. So anybody up in that area that had some egg laying earlier in the year, before the middle of March, should be getting out there and really looking at those egg beds and keeping an eye on those. If they hatch now, their growth's going to be very slow, just because it's so cold or starting to really cool down, and also probably the feed's not there that their growth to be really quick. So like generally their growth stages are 7 days per instar, so you could probably expect that to at least double to triple maybe with the colder conditions. You've got plenty of time to get out there and control them. So yeah, if people can get out there and tidy them up, would be a really good thing. We found some egg beds in the Tallawang area and the Tuckland area south of Dunedoo. Those eggs will go into diapause and will come out in the spring, but if you do see any laying in those areas, certainly mark the egg bed so we can go back in early spring and just see how they're going, whether they're still viable, those eggs, and so we can see if they're definitely going to hatch out in late September, mid to late September sort of thing. So if you think crops are going to be impacted with locusts, there are residual options out there that you can use to do perimeter spraying around the crops. So as the locusts roost in overnight, you can use those residual sprays in those buffer zones, so yeah, to try and take care of them, and it'll also take care of any bands that do hatch out in pasture country and move into the crop. They'll pick it up as they go along. But you need to talk to your local rural supplier for those chemicals. We only supply contact type insecticides, so it's certainly an option that people should be considering, and yeah, looking at that to protect any crops that they are sowing just at the moment with this Easter rain. Yeah, certainly if you've had egg beds or areas where you know that they've laid, certainly mark them, just so you can go back and find them easily. Also, we'd love to come out and check them early in spring, just before they're due to hatch, just to check on the egg viability of those egg beds. But it's just easier to find the egg beds, particularly if you mark them now, and yeah, so we can go straight back to the spot and check them easily without having to wander around digging up half the paddock looking for them.